Hi friends. Today I want to show you how to make a notepad cover. I have made this. I think it's really fun, and I hope you do too. So I have a notepad in here that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I can show you what they look like. These are the notepads that I got. They come 3 to a pack. They say legal pads, but they are not legal size. They are just in that style. They are 5 by 8, and they come 3 to a pack, but they also come attached together. And you'll see that in just a minute when I open this pack up. This notebook cover, I think, makes this really inexpensive little notepad look pretty fancy. There's the back, here's the front. We've decorated the front. Open it up, there's a pocket here, and all of the inside is decorated. You can even remove the notepad and add another one in. So if you were giving this as a gift, you may want to put the notepad in, one of the notepads in, and then add perhaps a second one in with the pack, that they can then reuse it and put this one in when they have finished using this up. It is super easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. So let's get started. The first thing that I am going to do is cut my base out, and I'm using a pretty thick piece of cardstock, but you don't have to use a super thick piece, but you want something that's got a little bit of weight to it. So you definitely want, you know, a thicker cardstock rather than a thinner one. And we're going to cut this cardstock. We're going to do a couple things with it. We're going to cut it, we're going to score it, and then we're going to cut it again. So hang with me, and I'll have all of the measurements down in the link below. Go ahead and like and follow this video. One, so that you don't lose me in case you want to rewatch this another time. And then you'll know exactly where to find me. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this cardstock and we are going to cut it at 10 3/4. Put that piece aside. We're not going to use this little piece. And that's all that we're cutting on here. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut our paper as well. And we're going to do, I'm going to use this paper here and this paper. These two papers, I got these from Park Lane Old World. It's a super awesome. I am totally loving this this paper pad. I got it from JoAnn Fabrics, and it's still current as of spring of 24. So I'm loving this pattern. I love the old world style, the old, I don't know, this just kind of old classic colonial, not even colonial, but just old vintage style. So I'm going to use this for my front cover, and I'm going to use this one for my inside. Now our front cover, let me get our sample back. Our front cover here is going to be this, and then the inside is going to be this one, this coordinating pattern. And then the pockets are also going to be made out of this, and it's on both sides. And remember, we went ahead and matted both of these and the pockets. So I'm going to use the hold on, this one for the outside, both front and back, as well as the pockets. And then this is going to be my liner inside. So I need to cut this at 8, And I will have all of our measurements again down below in the description box. And we're going to cut this at 5. And I need 2 5s because that's going to be both my front and my back. Set those aside. And then also with this, we're going to cut our pockets. So I need it again at 5, 2 5s. This little piece I'm not using. So these 2 pieces I'm not using. You can use them later. And then one of the pockets I'm going to cut at 3 1/2. And then the other pocket I'm cutting at 2 1/2. Okay, I'm going to set those aside. Now I'm going to take our inside and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut it at 8. This part we're not using. And then I'm going to cut it at 5. And 5 again. So we have 2 that are 8 by 5, front and inside covers, and then we have our 2 pockets. One at 3 1/2 by 5 and one at 2 1/2 by 5. And that's all the cutting that we need to do. Now, I'm going to take these and set these aside. And we need to, on our 10 1/2 side, 10 3/4 side, with our scoring board, we're going to score it. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going to score it at 5 1/4 and 5 1/2. Then we're going to turn it, and I'm going to score it at 8 1/4. As I said, this one's kind of thick. And then we're going to do something tricky. Ready? Okay, so here's your 8 1/4, and this is on the 12 mark. I'm going to turn it. So now my 8 1/4 score is here, and I'm going to score just this one to the second score line. I don't know, can you see that? Come all the way down just to the second score line. And so I'm going to score it at 1. So you score at 1 all the way down to the second score line, and then that's it. Okay. Now we need to take our scissors, and we're going to cut from that second score line and this one piece, the one that we just did, we're going to cut this entire piece out. Okay, and now we are going to cut this little piece here up to this score line. Here, let me fold it first and you can see it better. Okay, so we're going to cut just this inside 1/4 inch strip out. And we are going to cut out also the score line. In fact, I did not do that very well. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take this. I like to flip it over in the back. We're going to cut this entire piece out. All right, so now we have a big pocket, where we're going to slide in our notepad and our little pocket here. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I did not cut all of the score line out right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Turn it over where I can see it better. Okay. And okay, I think I did pretty good here. All right, so let's finish folding all of our score lines here. Now, let me snip this little piece off here. There we go. If you had a piece of double-sided paper, I don't have one on top of me, but if you had a piece of double-sided paper where the front and the back coordinated, you could totally do this with one sheet of paper. Remember, this was just a 12 by 12 to start with. And so if you had a 12 by 12 that had a really pretty design and then a coordinating design here, as long as this design here was not one that was directional, you could totally just do this with one piece of paper and fold it up, and then this side would come onto here. You would have your back side here, and it would look awesome. And you would not have to then use another piece of cardstock as a base and then glue your pattern paper on. However, my pattern paper is not double-sided, so I'm using a cardstock base to do that. Now let's go ahead and glue in our pieces. And we're going to start with the inside before I do anything else, because I want to glue this one in here prior to gluing down my pocket so that I have it lined inside. Not that you're really going to see it. I just think that it is a little bit nicer. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh my. I just think that gluing it in now is a lot easier than trying to mess with the pocket. You can certainly mess with the pocket, but I'm not going to do that today. Here, I want to make sure that I line up this side of the paper with this side. It's those little details like that that make your work really look nice and stand out. if you're making these for yourself, you can go ahead and use your tape runner, double-sided tape. When sticking these on, I'm using glue because I am going to sell these, or I'm going to be giving them as a gift, and want to make sure that they stay on really nice. All right, let's go ahead and put our cover on. This paper has been distressed, so I want to go ahead and use that distressing on the edges. I think I like it better. I think I might like it better just this way. Let's use this. Again, I want good coverage, mashing everything down nice. This one's not been done. All right, now we're going to make our pocket. I'm going to leave this side open on both of the pockets. So I just want to put a little bead of glue right down this side here. And I want to fold that in. Okay, and doing the same on this side. Just a little bead of glue right there. Okay. Excellent. Now let's get our notepads, and you can see how these are in here. These are all stuck together, but you can take them, just make sure that you have the back part, and you just pull them right apart from each other, just like that. And so you have one, and then this would be the second one, and this is the third one. So we can add our notepad in. Now, you don't have a whole lot of room for this glue right here. I don't know if you can see how close it comes. Don't use sticky tape on this. Don't use your tape runner. Use a little dab of glue, but you want to make sure that it's just a little dab of glue, because then you might run into problems where your notepad won't come all the way over as far as you need it to sit in your holder. Now I have this pocket here, and then we have the front. Now, as much as I love this paper, I do think we need to embellish it a little bit. So let's embellish it. I have this. It also came with the pack in the papers. It was the front page where it has all the cut-aparts. See here, all the cut-aparts. And I chose this one. I thought this one would be nice. Follow your heart. Take a note. So I think that'll go really pretty right there. I have this extra scrap. I was thinking maybe about putting that, but I think it's too light on light. And so I think I might just put it down just the way it is. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it needs a border. These are great, very easy to make for craft shows. I think I've got, what, $1.25 divided by 3. So that's about, what, 40 cents in the notepad, and then maybe $1 in paper, maybe $1.25 in paper. So I'm at, what, 40 cents and $1.25. I'm at $1.65. You could sell these easily for $4, $5 all day long. I think they are a wonderful, wonderful little item. If you added in your second notebook, your notepad, you could add in a second notepad to go with it as part of a set, and still, I mean, you know, $5, $6. I think that would be a great little return on your investment. Some of the other cut-aparts that I had here, these might be fun. Like this one, you could certainly put in here as an extra, just an extra little something. You could add a little bookmark. Here are my my extras, and I could certainly take these two and glue them together and create a bookmark and add that in so that it coordinates with it, make it a nice little set. You could include a little pen in here if you wanted. But I think these are just absolutely adorable and perfect. So tell me what you think. Make a comment in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think $5 or even $6 might sell in a craft show. I certainly think that they would, but I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.